Hello and welcome to Chapter 16, the last lecture video for technical writing. So I hope you've enjoyed this class as much as I've enjoyed teaching you guys, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to talk about technical reading and what the differences between technical reading and literary reading is. We're going to talk about preview and anticipate materials before you reading them, and how to use strategies and what strategies to use for technical reading as you read the passages. So technical reading is distinguished by having a technical subject matter, specialized vocabulary, the use of graphics, and descriptions of mechanisms and processes. So this is really what makes it stand out from literary reading. Now, reading a technical text is different from reading literature, which in literature you are given the ability to draw inferences, interpret symbolic language, and picture things in your head. Now, technical documents, on the other hand, that's going to require you to look at the logic of the text, packed with detailed and precise information. You're not going to have to imagine anything when it comes to a technical document. Now, before you read, proficient readers, they become familiar with the text before they read it. They interact with the text while they read it. So let's look at how we can apply that to a technical document. So before you read the technical material, preview the material, have some understanding of the background of what is going to be in there. And it actually helps if you can anticipate the line of reasoning that the writer is going to use to back up their claims. Now, to preview the material, it's going to warm up your mind for reading, and it's going to activate your knowledge of the subject, and it's going to help you recall things that you have stored in your memory. So thumb through the document, skim the introduction, and turn headings into questions and try to predict the information that follows each of the headings. This is going to help you really understand the core of the technical document before you read it. So anticipate the line of reasoning. We can know patterns of thinking, especially in technical writing, and that's going to help you mentally prepare for the logic that is to come. So most technical passages are going to focus on a process or procedure, like a recipe, so steps or how something works, a cause and effect relationship, something causes something else, or a mechanism. What is something supposed to look like, or what is it supposed to do? Become familiar with the strategies to help you read more efficiently. So as you read, pace yourself. Don't try to read too quickly or too slowly. Activate your background knowledge. So try to recall all of that stuff hidden in your brain. Annotate the passage as you go. Highlight passages that stand out to you, right in the columns or the margins. Repeat difficult notes aloud. So if you're getting stuck on a specific section, go ahead and read it out loud to yourself, and it might help you understand a little bit better. Understand and know the vocabulary that's being used in that technical document. Remember, we talked about vocabulary being industry specific. So make sure you understand that vocabulary as you read the technical document. Learn to read graphics. We've already talked at length about that back in Chapter 6. Pay attention to the numerical data, because this is going to help support what is written in the text. And finally, adjust yourself to online media. So how is this going to be different reading than reading something printed? Again, we're going to take each one of these, so pace yourself, read slowly, take in all of the details. Remember, these are very detail-oriented documents. Read short passages for about 10 to 15 minutes, take a break. A good way to understand what's going on is to summarize in your own words what you've read, and then take notes on that. Read the passage twice. Look for information you may have missed the first time. Look for transitions that show the parts of the passage and how they all fit together as a whole. activating your background knowledge. So the more that you read, the better you're going to become in this area. So again, the more technical documents you read within your subject matter, the easier this is going to be. So knowledge of the subject, familiarity with the vocabulary, that's going to give you that background knowledge. As you read, form associations with what you already know and how one thing can lead to another. Annotating. So annotating means taking your own notes and interacting with the text in some way. So what that means is after you read a passage, summarize it in your own words, write it down. Writing does help you understand and retain more information. So take notes in the margins or on note cards, but do it as you read. Use abbreviations when you annotate. Note what is significant. Create an outline. What are the main topics of each of these paragraphs? Use graphic organizers or, answer questions in your own words and then keep reading and see how your answer compares to what is in that technical document. Reading more difficult notes out loud. Again, hearing what you've read and written in silence may help you retain difficult information. Sometimes reading just to yourself is not enough. Read it out loud, read it to someone else. Even rereading those annotations sometimes helps with that. Understanding the vocabulary. You may be able to figure out what some of the vocabulary is from their context clues or find the definition either within the text or in a glossary. If the meaning is not clear, definitely go and look up the words so that you can fully understand what the writer is speaking about. Some definitions need more than a phrase or a sentence and extend to a paragraph or more. So don't just read the sentence right around it, just keep reading. There might be additional information to give you clues to the word's definition further on in the document. Learning to read graphics. So this is kind of a throwback to our chapter 6. Think visually when you read a technical passage. Draw a picture on paper or in your mind. Understand the purpose of each graphic, such as tables, flowcharts, and diagrams. Why are they there? What is their purpose? And when you study the graphic, look closely at things like the title, the legend, the key, the callouts, and also find where the author explains that graphic within the text and read that passage right along with reading the graphic at the same time. That'll help you do that association between the two. Now, numerical data, pay attention to this. This is usually very important within a document. Read the passages with numbers slowly. So a number is actually going to stand for quite a few words. So if you look at this box in the middle, that number actually stands for $218.36. That's a lot of words for that one little number. So slow down, take your time to process and look at them as words, not just the number. So you may have to read those aloud in order to grasp that numerical data. Finally, we're talking about online media. So how to adjust to online media. Understand how to evaluate online information versus something in a technical document. Now, technical documents are either going to be from a journal or within an organization. So usually you know who the author is or the author has already been evaluated. Online, that may not be the case. So, does your author have reliable credentials? Is the content well developed? Does it have an objective tone? Is the website that you found it on professional and well organized? Sometimes this is just the easiest key to find. Modify reading strategies for online material. So, read each page the same way, skim for the headings and keywords before stopping to read. Avoid the lure of hyperlinks until you've decided they're worth your time and you've read the full journal. The issue with online is they'll have all these pretty hyperlinks buried and you are very tempted to click on a hyperlink as soon as you get to it. Well, the problem is sometimes you can go down that black hole and you never actually complete the entire technical document until it's too late. So just be careful of going down that rabbit hole. Hopefully some of this information has helped assist you in reading technical documents as opposed to reading literary works. And I've had such a good time with you guys, and I just want to say that I am very proud of you guys, and good luck on your oral presentations this week.